someone found this pattern before me. They spent 2 years documenting it. 14 cases, real names, real locations, a physical file they called the index. And then they sent one last message at 3:07 a.m. and disappeared. His name is Richard Cale. And the more I found out about him, the more I understood that I'm not the first person to open this file. I'm just the first one still talking about it. Previously on Pattern Files. 5 cases with names, 9 more without them, all within 200 miles of each other. Wiped phones, missing time, messages sent between 2:47 and 3:20 a.m. A comment, 4 words, from an account that didn't exist before that day and was deleted 6 hours later. Check the other cases. Someone already knew about the radius. Someone already knew about the cases. And they wanted me to keep looking. I want to tell you exactly how I found the name, because the how matters. It started with a forum, one of the old ones, the kind that existed before this type of content moved to video. Text posts, long threads, people who took this seriously enough to use their real time on it. The forum was called the Pattern Board. It was shut down in March of 2023, but the internet remembers everything if you know where to look. I found a cached thread from January of that year, 2 months before the forum closed. The title of the thread was 7 words. Does anyone know what happened to Cale? There were 11 replies. By the time I found the cache, 9 of them had been deleted. 9 out of 11. Not the whole thread, not the whole forum, just those specific replies. Carefully, quietly. The 2 that remained said almost nothing, short, careful, like people who had already decided to say less than they knew. But the last one, posted 3 days before the forum shut down, said this. Richard Cale was the only person who actually connected the dots. He wasn't a theorist. He was a licensed private investigator. He had a physical file, real cases, real names. And then one day, gone, just like the people he was investigating. I read that twice. Then I closed my laptop. Then I opened it again. I couldn't stop thinking about that last line. Gone, just like the people he was investigating. Because the people he was investigating didn't die. They came back, with no memory, wiped phones, and no explanation. Which means gone, for Richard Cale, could mean a lot of things. I searched for him for 3 weeks. There is almost nothing. A business registration, I'm not going to say which state, not yet. A listing in a private investigators directory, last updated in 2022. 1 review on a legal services platform, 5 stars from 2021, that said only, Mr. Cale found what no one else was looking for. And then nothing. No social media, no address, no phone number that still works. His business registration shows as active, which means no one has officially reported him missing. Think about that. A man builds a file on 14 cases, finds the radius, maps the timestamps, calls it the index, and then disappears. And the official record still shows his business as active because no one filed anything. Because whoever noticed decided not to say anything. Or because whoever noticed couldn't. His last activity on any account, digital or professional, was January 14th, 2023. The same month the Pattern Board shut down. 2 months later, the forum closes. 9 replies deleted. A thread that survives only in a cached version most people would never find. Someone has been managing this, not panicking, not making noise. Managing it. Before I tell you about Sarah, I need to stop here for a moment. In the last file, I showed you something. A document, redacted, partially obscured. A name that kept appearing at the edges of multiple cases. RCA_E. I told you I wasn't ready to say the name. Now you know what those letters were hiding. I want you to think about what that document represents. It's not a news article. It's not a public record. It's an internal document, the kind that isn't supposed to exist outside of a closed investigation. And Richard Cale's name is in it. Not as a subject, not as a witness, as the person who connected the cases. He wasn't a footnote in someone else's investigation. He was the investigation. And someone redacted his name from the official record. Someone who knew exactly who he was and decided he shouldn't be findable. I found her through the business registration. A name listed as office assistant. I'm not going to give her last name. That's not my information to share. I'll call her Sarah. It took me 2 weeks to find a way to contact her. Her first message back was 4 words. Please leave me alone. I almost did. I sent one more message. I told her what I'd found. The radius, the 14 cases, the forum, the cached thread, the document with the redacted name. I told her I already knew who R. Cale was. I just didn't know what happened to him. She called me that same night. I want you to listen carefully to what she said, because she only said it once.
I'm only going to say this once, okay? I worked for Richard for 2 years. He was methodical, not paranoid. Methodical. There's a difference. He didn't chase theories. He followed evidence. The last time I spoke to him was January 14th. He said he was going to check something, a location. He said if I didn't hear from him in 72 hours, I should. He didn't finish that sentence. I haven't heard from him since. I don't know where the file is. I don't know where he is. And I think whoever finds that file needs to be very, very careful about what they do with it.
I sat in my car for a long time after that call. I don't know how long exactly. Long enough that the parking lot emptied around me. Every time I replay that pause, where she doesn't finish his sentence, I feel something I can't quite name. Not fear, exactly. Something closer to recognition. Like I already know what he told her to do, and I already know I'm not going to do it. Before she ended the call, Sarah confirmed 3 things. First, Richard had a physical file, a binder. He called it the index. Second, the last location he mentioned was somewhere within a specific area. She wouldn't tell me the state, but she said, and I'm quoting exactly, "It wasn't far. That's what scared me. It was never far from where it happened." Third, and this is the one that kept me awake, she said Richard had mentioned in passing that he wasn't the only one investigating, that someone else had started finding the same pattern independently. Someone who didn't know about him yet. She didn't say who. Then she asked me my name. I told her, James. She didn't say anything for a long time after that. Then, quietly, "Be careful, James." And she hung up. Richard Cale spent 2 years getting close to something real. Close enough that his name got redacted from official documents. Close enough that a forum thread about him had 9 of 11 replies quietly deleted. Close enough that his last known destination was somewhere inside the radius, and no one has heard from him since. The radius isn't just where the cases happened. I think it's where something operates. And whatever it is, it doesn't make noise. It doesn't leave evidence. It just makes things disappear. Cases, records, forum threads, people. Richard Cale was a licensed private investigator who found what no one else was looking for. He built the Index, a physical file, 14 cases, real names, real locations. He found the radius. He mapped the timestamps. And on January 14th, 2023, he went to check a location inside that radius. And he never came back. I know what the responsible thing to do is. I've thought about it. But here's what I keep coming back to. Richard Cale was a professional. He had the file. He had the evidence. He knew the risks better than I do. And he still went. Which means whatever is inside that radius, it was worth going for. I think I know where the Index is. The next file is going to be different, because I'm not going to be reading records or analyzing cached threads. I'm going to go there. New files every week. Best experienced alone. Lights off, volume up. Some patterns are better left unfound. Richard Cale knew that. I'm starting to think he was right. Close the file.